Okay, before we start with the plays here,
I'll get it back.
okay.
Okay. Good, Scott.
Just everybody, please, like I said, please mute your computer, and if you can, bounce out of the video portion of your computer also, so we can get like they said they're trying to do to optimize the video the best we can. Just a couple. If you're just now getting on and you didn't see the background when we first got on, the clinic, of course, is, as we've been saying, all this is in previous 5 sessions, is scheduled for August 5th at Sayreville High School. Registration will open May 17th, so look for that, because the registration will close on June 28th. So please make sure you pay attention to that when that opens up, and register early and often, if you know what I mean. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Bob Masucci and Jerry Picazio. Between the two of them, they've done 1,000 football games, I'm sure, and they've seen a lot of craziness over their career between regular season and a million playoff games. And one that I'm looking forward to watching tonight and hearing what they got. So at this point, gentlemen, I am going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Scott. Welcome everyone. Hopefully we'll touch on some plays tonight that maybe all of you have seen once in your career, or maybe you haven't, but we're all in it for a learning experience. And what you see on the screen, we're not criticizing any of the officials. It's just all, I always say this is all for learning. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. We have 23 plays I have tonight. Okay, this one's a field goal. Obviously, the attempt is inside the 20-yard line. With our new mechanic last year, the short wings will be responsible for the goal line on this if there's a broken play somehow. Okay, so let's. Some of you may have seen this before, but let's roll it. Go ahead, Bob. Okay, so let's stop it there.
Hold on. My cursor ain't obeying me. Oh, jeez. Sorry, it's my cursor's going nuts. God.
Just hit the back arrow on all the way to the bottom left.
I know. Okay.
Okay. Now, there's a broken play here, as you notice. Let's watch. We can see the linesman. He actually takes a step back. We don't really want this. You got to hold the line here unless you're being threatened. You know, if a player is running at you, yes, you got to get out of there. However, you are responsible for the first down, obviously, and the goal line. And again, we did this so we have a mechanic on who has what here. Okay.
And just a reminder, Jerry, the way the mechanic works is you first go to the line to gain.
Yes.
Because that's the first line that's going to be threatened. And then if the play goes past the line to gain, then you trail it to the goal line and you have responsibility for the goal line.
Right. And this play happens quickly. Let it roll again, Bob. Boom, quick pass down the middle. Okay, was it a touchdown? The ball was fumbled, actually. Was it fumbled? Very difficult play. You're going to have to get together as a crew. Maybe even your deep wings under the bar may have seen something. So you can get together as a crew here and talk about this, because this is one unusual play.
Right. It looks like the near side wing might have gotten there before the other wing.
Yes. The near side, the line judge definitely was down there. Whether he had a good look at it, it's hard to tell. But there you go. Look, he caught the ball. What the 4? He goes forward. Now he's right at the goal line. Is he in? Is he not in? So it's a very difficult play. But we just wanted to stress here that the short wings, they are responsible for the goal line. They're the ones making the call if the ball is snapped inside the 20.
As soon as you see fake, or as soon as you see a muffed snap or anything that may cause them to yell fire and just shoot out into a play from scrimmage, you've got to get to the line to gain first.
Yes. And then make your way down the field, and there's no secret potion here. Pull up your pants and you got a referee to play. That's all you can do.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. This is going to be a punt, obviously. Let's see if people think this is kick catch interference. Again, this is unusual. Okay, stop it right there, Bob, if you can. Okay, back it up.
Okay, hold on.
All right, the ball came down and hit K in the back. Was R in a position to receive the ball? You as a deep wing, the side judge here is the field judge here is responsible for this call. Okay.
And he makes it.
And you have to make a decision here. Okay. The ball hit him in the back. So you have a couple of things. You have first touch, and you possibly can have kick catch interference if you thought that he impeded R's path to the ball, which.
And that was definitely kick catching interference.
And that was definitely. Now, a little bit funny on here. Watch where the flag ends up thrown by the official. It hits 34 right in the face mask. Okay. Be careful where we throw the flag. Okay.
And here's something interesting. When number 34 takes the flag out and throws it to the ground, he has his better spot for the foul than the official did.
Yeah. So it's the spot of the foul, right? That play is not dead. Well, K ended up with the ball number 23 or 26,
right,
whatever. Okay, so you're going to kill the play. But
Mm-hmm.
if that ball was still rolling and no one in the R did not call for a fair catch, that ball is still live. Okay, yeah. So the receivers can pick up that ball and run with it. So again, unusual, does not happen that often, but this could be a big call in a game at a crucial time. So you got to be aware of all these issues as the field judge and the side judge.
And just remember on this play, the penalty, they could make them penalize them 15 yards, or it would have been half the distance, and have them re-kick, or they could take it 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Now look where 15 yards from the spot of the foul brings them. It'll bring them inside the 30, right? It'd be somewhere around the 27 or so.
Yes.
And it's an awarded fair catch.
Yes.
Which means they have the right to also attempt a free kick from there, the thing that we never see. They're going to be pretty darn close to the goal line there at the 27.
So this is a 2-point game, and R is down by 2-1 or something like that, and there's 5 seconds left in the game. They may do that. So always got to be aware of that. That is really rare.
Right. And one thing there.
Go ahead.
One
Bob.
thing. Don't go to the coach and say, do you want to kick or run it or attempt a free kick? It's up to the coach to know the rules and know that he has the right to do that. If he says to you, I want a free kick, well, then you get everybody set up the way they're supposed to. But don't go trying to inject yourself into his coaching strategy.
Correct. We have some
award of fair catch 2. And Fred Yeager says, please speak to proper flag mechanics so we never hit a player.
Well, yeah, so
Right,
that's my
okay.
point. Yeah, all right, he's trying, the official is trying, obviously, to throw the flag where the spot of the foul is. Just be careful where you throw the flag and you're not gonna hit a player, okay? If he threw that flag on the numbers, near the numbers on a 40, is that okay? Yes. You don't have to get the exact spot here.
I mean, if you
Okay.
look at this, he threw the flag to a spot and this kid walked into it.
Walked into it, yes.
It's a bad set
Yeah.
of circumstances, but I mean, the official wasn't really at fault in that.
No, I'm just saying, just be careful where you throw flags.
You might
And
want to
have-
throw it short of all those players though, and not put yourself in that position. Throw it just above the tops of the numbers, maybe on the ground.
Right.
Bob, maybe you can clarify one thing, on this play. Does the ball have to be caught to be an awarded fair catch?
No, exactly. It's exactly the opposite. A fair catch is if he catches it. If it's a foul and he's not able to complete the catch,
Right.
if it's
Okay,
a catching interference foul like this, and he's not able to make the catch, that's what's an awarded fair catch. It's
Right.
not a real fair catch. You're awarding him a fair catch because of the foul, but he has all the rights and privileges that he would have if he did fair catch it.
Correct. All right. I just want to make sure that people are aware of that.
Okay.
Yep. We can go on to the next one.
Okay. Go over here. That's the end of it.
Hold on there. Okay, just hold on.
Let me go back up
Um,
just a second here so you can.
Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
before you go on with this play, maybe to refresh people on the call, what an awarded fair catch results in?
Okay.
As far as a free kick after a fair catch?
Right. Okay. An awarded fair catch is basically three options. Is to one, take the play as it goes. Like Jerry said, that ball was caught immediately, so that's probably not an option in this case. But suppose that ball rolled, 20 yards upfield. They may just say, forget it. We don't want the penalty, the 15 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll take it 20 yards upfield. So that's the first option, is to take the result of the play. Obviously, actually, in that case, R never signaled for a fair catch, correct?
No,
He did not signal. So
No.
therefore, suppose that ball bounced into his hands, he could advance it.
yes,
Any player for R could advance that. So they may take the result of the play. They may say to the kickers, we're going to penalize you back half the distance and let you replay fourth down. I don't think they do that with that kind of field position. And the third one is they can take an awarded fair catch, which means we're going to pretend you fair caught the ball at the spot where the flag is, and then we're going to tack 15 yards onto that. So those are the options.
And then they can kick a field goal from that position.
Right, an
correct?
awarded fair catch, you've got all the rights and options that you would have if it was just a fair catch, even though you were able to take the penalty yardage on top of the spot of the foul.
Just for everybody's knowledge who never heard of it before, the defense cannot rush the kicker. They have to line up like a free kick 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yes, it's a free kick, so it's going to look
Right.
just like a kickoff. All right, it's going to look exactly like a kickoff. All the rules for kickoffs are intact. So if they wanted to do a free kick after that awarded fair catch, K's line would be set at the 27. R's line would be at the 17. And then you just play it from there. The only thing you've got to be aware of is that there's different mechanics. And if you check the mechanics manual, you will see F and S are under the uprights like they would be for any field goal. The referee is on R's free kick line, and the I can't remember. I think it's the
no, the
guy
umpire,
opposite yeah.
yeah, the umpire is on K's line, the referee is on R's line, the short wings,
H,
the short wings are on the goal line,
right.
and then F and S are under the bar. That's how, it's all in the mechanics manual.
Even
All
though
there.
you've never seen it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have.
so go ahead, Jerry, on this one.
okay. Here's a unusual play. We've all seen muddle huddles after a score. Okay. Now, when we have something like this, an unusual lineup, we all have to tell ourselves, we're going to hold K to the letter of the law here. Okay. They have to run this play without any problems at all. Okay. As far as lining up properly, in motion, not in motion, everything, you're not going to let them get away with anything here. They have to do this correctly. And the biggest part of this play is the snap itself. Okay. If you watch, we're going to roll this in a second. Watch the center on how he snaps the ball. Go ahead, Bob. Okay, it's kind of it's a little difficult to see. You gotta go, yeah, you went too far, Bob. You gotta go back. Okay, what he does, I know the video may be a little choppy.
Oh, is it?
Well, it's not, but it's a little hard to see, but I just want to explain it here to everybody listening. The snap has to be what? One motion. He can't pick the ball up and then pitch it to the side. He can't pick it up kind of like straight up and then pitch it to number 2. Can't do that. Okay. He can snap it to number 2, but in one motion. This, if you see this without on a regular huddle screen, you can actually see him. This is an illegal snap. This
Yeah,
play should have been shut down. Okay. And this is where you have to be aware that this will happen because you're going to give them a free 2 points. And like I said, you have to have everything go right on here. Let's stop it there, Bob. Let's stop.
okay. Right,
No,
he picks it up to his hip and then he
Yeah.
pushes it out.
And he go back. Another thing I wanted to mention quickly. Okay, just stop it right there. Just stop it. The deep wings. Okay, when you have something like this, you both should be shift out to the top of the numbers. Both should be on the top of the numbers. Because what
Right.
happens if he snaps it and they throw a pass to that corner? Okay. You have to shift. You have to wait until they come out of the huddle and if it's a funky huddle, a funky line like this, go to your regular positions. The referee should have actually stayed where he was.
Yeah,
Okay, he's going to the wrong side of the field. Okay, because he's supposed to be on the right side of the quarterback. Okay, I just want to make that point.
in fact, that
Okay.
might have been his call, the snap, if he was over here.
Yeah, exactly right. And this could be called by the referee, line, the 2 guys on the line. It has to be a smooth one motion snap.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the center and the center still has to be 90 degrees. Okay, not 90 degrees, 180 degrees to the line of scrimmage with his shoulders, which he is. He has his
Yeah,
1 foot back a little bit.
His alignment's okay.
He's alignment. They all have to line up properly.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just, again, unusual play. There it is. Okay. And we've all seen this, going forward. All right, let's move on. This one's going to be go ahead.
Jerry, question for you. I'm sorry, question on the thing. This play is shut down right away, right? We don't let the play carry out on
Yes,
illegal
it's
snap.
an illegal snap.
It's an illegal snap.
Yes. So you shut that down immediately, 5-yard penalty. Okay. And you're gonna replay. Now they can, they want to change the play and kick an extra point. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay,
Okay. But don't let them have a free 2 points here, which they did. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a run to the bottom of the screen and the ball is going to be fumbled. The ball is going to be fumbled at the 1 yard line to go out of bounds quickly. So let's see where the officials are and let's see what happens here. Again, an unusual play. Right there, he fumbles the ball. He was at the 1 yard
Oh,
line.
Sorry, I'll
Okay,
go back.
yeah, try to stop it if you can, right at the
Okay,
1, Bob, if you can. I know it's kind of hard.
let's stop it right before the fumble, right?
Yeah. A little more. Little more, go ahead, right there. Okay, okay. You can leave it there, Bob. Don't move it. The official on the goal line, he was 5 yards off the line. He had a good view of this. If you noticed, he threw a beanbag. Okay, he threw his beanbag. All right, so he had him fumbling the ball at the 1, and the ball went into the end zone and went out on the sideline. So he had a correct call here. It happened very quickly. Beanbag came up. Go ahead, let it run.
Okay,
Kill the clock.
that was it.
He signaled touchback. Excellent. Very
Just
good.
one nit, and that is that the touchback signal itself is a stop the clock signal.
Right.
There's no
right.
real reason to give the timeout signal before
Right.
that. Okay,
But-
no harm done, obviously.
No.
But it's just remember there are certain signals like touchdown, safety, touchback, where that's a stop the clock signal as well.
Yes.
Run it one more time, I guess. Get through this.
Yeah, go ahead.
to the
Run it one
next
more. Again, this is why we want you on the goal line to get wide. Okay,
Right.
because of plays like this.
The other thing too is notice the far side line of scrimmage wing, not the deep wing. I mean, he is a yard or so into the end zone
Right.
where he should be over here somewhere,
Right,
like almost like where the guy holding the chains is, a little bit inside of him.
Right.
So
right.
he should be on the goal line, not a yard deep into the end zone.
Correct.
Okay, next.
Go ahead. Okay, this one is going to be kicked right to the corner on the pylon on this kickoff. And I just wanted to show everyone, it's kind of not unusual, but it doesn't happen a lot, why we want people to stay on the pylon on kickoffs. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay. Hold it. Here we go.
The ball bounced, and then it bounced into the end zone, and the official was right on it. Okay. Now, again, if there was no one there or he started up early, okay, can't judge on that. You're going to be lost. Okay, you're not going to get a good look. And he ran up the field. I think he saw 2 players like getting in the face of one another or something. That's what he was looking at. But he did a very good job here. Okay, we're not going to. This is, let's see. This is the same one, different game, obviously. Okay, now he backed up there, but
Yep.
he's kind of he's looking over the top of the pylon, so you can see to the right of the pylon.
You can
It's
see
gonna
the
be
ball.
out of bounds on the 1 or on the half-yard line, and then on his left side, it goes across the goal line, and he's right there to make the call. Okay. All right.
Again,
Now, if that ball goes out of bounds on the 1 yard line, let's just throw it out there. Talk about rules a little bit, Bob. What's the options?
okay,
Yeah.
the options, if it goes out on the 1, remember they have 3 options. One is they can penalize them 5 yards and make them replay that free kick down. That's the first thing. The second thing is if it went out on the 1, they can take it on the 1 plus 5 and bring it up to the 6. Obviously, they're not going to do either of those 2 things. They're going to take the third choice, was 25 yards in front of the free kick spot, which would put it at the 35, right near where this number 21 is.
Right.
And it would be
Right,
on
just-
that hash mark too.
Thank you.
Yes, important. It's not in the middle of the field. It's on that hash mark. Okay. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, hold on, let me get
This
my,
one is going to be kind of a momentum play.
whoop, sorry. Okay,
Okay, stop it right there, Bob, if you can.
hold on a second. Let me go back here.
It's gonna
My-
stop
My
automatically.
cursor
anyway.
got lost there. Hold on.
All right, it's gonna stop anyway. I got it. Okay, so now there's gonna be a pass. I think I've shown this once before, but I figured let's show it again. It's momentum. We don't get a lot of this at all. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens on the play and what an official is supposed to do here. Or we can talk about a lot of things, philosophy, the whole works. Go ahead, Bob. Thrown down the middle. The ball is intercepted right at the 5-yard line, or maybe the 5.5-yard line. Okay, right there. So what's the rule? Go ahead, Bob. I'll let you
Okay,
talk about the
Uh,
rule.
okay, so the covering official, let's just assume he judged that he got it at the 5-yard line and that he's going to rule momentum. First thing is the covering official needs to drop a beanbag at the spot. That's the first thing. Second thing, let's watch what happens. Definitely his momentum. Well, I think we skipped a bit there.
Yeah,
Okay, let me just run it. You can see it. His
Yeah,
momentum, it looks like his momentum takes him in. Yes, it does. But now watch what happens. His momentum takes him in, but what does he immediately do? He comes back out. Once he comes back out, just remember one thing. The momentum exception. It's an exception to the safety rule. It allows him to take the ball into,
This is a cool mix.
I don't know what's going on here. Okay. It allows him to take the ball into the end zone and not have it be a safety if it becomes dead there. That's the momentum exception. I gotta
Oh,
get
what
this
happened
thing
here? What
back there.
happened? What happened?
Okay,
to
hold
the-
on a second. Have to do it the hard way. It's not that one, it's this one.
It should be play number 7. Well,
Play number
counting 1,
7?
2, 4, 5, 6. No, right? Not 120.
It's the
No,
next
no.
one, right? No, it's 2 after that. This one.
It's the next one. There you go. There you
Here
go.
we go.
Yeah.
My cursor's jumping all over the screen. Okay. Now this is very quick at the goal line. I mean, you might even question if the ball crossed the plane into the goal line. It's a tough call, but the covering official has to make the judgment. Did the ball go into the end zone before he brought it out, or didn't it? Okay.
Hold on, Bob. You're going to, okay.
I'm back on the same
Yeah.
play.
So let's talk about just real quick. If he's close to 5 yards, okay, all right, then he's within the 5 yards. Don't make him 5.5 or 6, because guess what? If he gets tackled in the end zone, what are you going to have? You're going to have a safety, okay? So philosophy wise, put him at the 5 where he caught the ball. It's going to be close enough to put him at the 5. So if he goes in there and he stays in there and he gets downed or he takes a knee, all right, we're going to come out and put the ball on the 5-yard line where the momentum started. Okay. Now he came out, went back in. Now if he goes back in, all bets are off. Then if he doesn't get back out, that's his problem. Okay. Now if he gets tackled back there or takes a knee, you're going to have a safety.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's look at this where it is right now. So he is out at about the 3-yard line. Let's assume that the covering official dropped a beanbag at the 5 and did rule momentum, that he's saying, yes, he did take it into the end zone. Now he's come out and he's at the 3. He gets hit here. The ball goes into the end zone and then out the back. What's the ruling?
Safety.
Safety, exactly. Once he comes out of the end zone, the momentum exception is off, and his fumble then is the force that put the ball back into the end zone.
Yes.
Thank you, James.
Hello, man.
Yeah, no cheap points. Very, very good. We don't want that. All right. Give him the benefit of the doubt that he caught it inside the 5. All right. Okay, let's move on. Keep going here. Okay, this is obviously it's a punting situation. Don't move it, Bob. Let's just hold for a second. The punter is going to take, it's a low snap. He's going to take a few steps to his left, and then he's going to kick the ball. All right. Now, once a punter takes a step to his right or to his left, okay, he is now going to be a runner. All right. You're going to rule that as he's a runner now. Now, can he stop and kick the ball? Yes, of course he can. However, if there's a if there's a defensive player that he doesn't know whether he's running or kicking and he's going to get hit, you're not going to give him that protection that you would a punter if he just received the snap, takes a step forward and kicks the ball. Let's see what happens here. It
Yeah, you'll
happens
see that the
quickly.
ball actually hits the ground and then he
Yeah.
muffs it a little bit.
The camera leaves the kicker, so
Yeah, you're not going to see where the ball goes,
yeah, it's
unfortunately.
kind of tough, but I couldn't find anything else, but go ahead. See, it hits the ground, bops up, he starts to run, and then he kicks the ball. All right, he got hit there. He got almost tackled. Okay, so once he starts that run, step and a half, he's a runner. And then he kicks the ball and he gets tackled. You can't penalize number 1 here unless he committed a personal foul, pulls him down by the face mask, blah, blah, blah. All right. But if he doesn't do any of those things, it's not a foul because he's a runner there, not a kicker. Okay.
Next.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this one, let's stop here. Well, it's going to stop automatically. All right. Can K advance this? All right, let's see where the ball ends up. All right, let's stop it there, Bob. If you can. Oh, all right.
Back it
All
up
right,
a
it
little.
was 4th and 4. Okay. 4th and I'm sorry, it was 4th and 6.
6.
Where's the line of scrimmage? 41-yard line. The punt
Okay,
was
here
partially
they're all
blocked.
huddling around the ball.
We're all huddling around the ball, right? Can K pick this up and run with it?
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
right? The ball stayed behind the line of scrimmage. It can be advanced by either team. Okay, either team. All right, let it go, Bob. Let's see what happens.
Okay, hold on. The umpire almost got killed. Okay.
Yeah, he kind of came in too quick, but okay. So he advanced the ball, it was 4th down. They did not make the line to gain. All right. So the ball is going to be turned over to R. It was touched behind the line of scrimmage by R, which is ignored. Correct? We ignore that touch. We ignore all touches by R behind the line of scrimmage. K picks it up, runs up to the 42-yard line. We're going to kill the play, and we're going to give the ball the R 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Okay, let this run out.
All right. All right, let's hold right there, right there. Okay, obviously it's a free kick after a score or whenever start the game. You have all the players, you have 10 players lined up between the 40 and 35-yard line, correct? You have 1 player that is not, all right? He's the kicker. Now, on this, we're going to let it run in a second. Who's the only player, if they line up like this, that can kick this football? That player on the 34 and a half yard line. He's the only guy that can kick this football, unless they're all within the 5 yard belt. Okay? All right, let it go, Bob.
Just so everybody knows, this is the guy he's referring to.
Right.
Okay?
Let's see what happens. Be prepared to stop it, Bob. Okay, stop it. A little too late, but he did not kick this football. Okay. I'm not sure what number four kicked it. I'm not sure. Yeah,
The
See?
guy two to his right.
2 to his right kicks the football. All right. This is a foul.
And
Okay.
it kills the play.
It's a
immediately.
dead ball. Yes, it's a dead ball foul. And with the umpire standing right behind the kicker, right behind the ball, okay? Easy call.
It's the
easy
umpire's
call.
call.
Yes, easy call by the umpire. Okay?
It obviously wasn't called.
Or the who's on the 50?
Sorry, hold it.
On the field, is the field judge on the 50? Yes, the field judge on the 50, right?
Yes.
Because he's looking at, like we said before, with an onside kick, that 50 is not really threatened by the receiving team. They're not going to come up and probably encroach, okay, on these plays because they're back 2 yards. They're just up there. So in case they kick it short. So obvious and all, not obviously, but also if he sees this, he can make this call, but it should be made by the umpire.
Right.
Okay.
And even the side judge has a look at this
Yeah,
too.
it
can
can
see.
be, anyone can take this. Don't
Right.
let them do this. All
Right.
right. This
It's
again,
primarily the umpire's call.
it doesn't happen often. It's an unusual play. So you got to be aware of the rules on free kicks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll let this one run out.
All right. Let it go.
Another free kick.
Another free kick. Hold on, Bob. Don't let it run.
No, I'm not.
This is to start the game. This is the opening kickoff. Okay. And let's see what happens on this.
Okay. Now, again, this was probably before last year, right, Jay?
Yes, this was 2 years ago. Yes.
Right. We don't have the umpire behind the kicker here, so, but still.
And here goes the kick. Oh, Schweber goes out.
What did we notice?
No, it's kind of tough to see. This was a pop-up kick. He directly kicked the ball within 1 yard of the 40. It went in the air and it went about, I don't know, 10 feet, 15 feet in the air. So what's the definition of a pop-up kick? Directly into the ground, that it raises, that it travels above the kicker's
Okay.
head. Okay.
Everybody's on mute. So a pop-up kick has to be kicked into the ground within a yard of the placement of the ball, and it pops up in the air. And our interpretation is if it goes over the heads of the players,
Yes,
Then it-
yes.
and it in the first bounce,
Yes,
which is exactly what happens here.
right. And it's a good point,
Try
Bob.
it again.
If that ball was kicked directly into the ground and it went 2 feet in the air
Goes down to the 40,
Yep.
bounces twice.
and it went, and then it hit the ground again and it bounced up high, not a pop-up kick. Only the initial one. Okay? So if you kick a ball and it goes close to the ground and it takes 3 hops, the third one goes up over the head, not a pop-up kick. Only directly into the ground, and then that first bounce goes higher than the kicker's head. That would be a pop-up kick. That would be a whistle, kill the play, 5 yard penalty, kickoff from the 35. Very easy. And again, with the umpires behind the kicker, he has to have an angle on that, okay, get a little angle so you can see the ball properly. And you would be the one to kill that play. And again, if he misses it, the short, whoever's, well, either the side judge or the field judge can make this call, okay? Somebody has to catch this, okay? This would be a crew mistake. I
Okay.
would make this.
All right.
Okay, what is the signal? What's the signal, Bob?
Signal is a rolling of the hands. It's
Illegal
bones.
procedure, yes,
it's an illegal, yeah.
right, okay.
Okay.
All right, here's another muddle huddle on a extra point.
But this one is strange in that they line up in the try formation
Right,
and then switch to a muddle huddle, just the opposite of what you normally see.
right.
Watch this one. First thing to notice, first thing you're looking at is, do any of those linemen have, any of the 5 locked linemen have their hands on the ground? Because we know if they have a hand or hands on the ground, they can't raise them, correct? So therefore, that's one of the things you'd be concerned about on this play when they do this shift. And I can see the right side of the line was okay. The left side, I couldn't see. Okay. Now, this is,
Now-
as Jerry said before, this now becomes one of these letter of the law plays. You don't allow this guy's back a little bit too far. Well, we're going to let him go. No, this case, if they're doing some sort of trick alignment, they better do that alignment according to the letter of the law.
And your deep wings now, they should be shifting. Okay, one does, one doesn't. They should be
Right.
shifting out to, hey, look, I know this is gonna happen quickly, even if you got to the pylon or the top of the J in Jersey there, it's better than nothing.
Right.
Okay,
And the referee reacted very well. As soon as he saw
Yes.
this shift, he went over to the right side.
yes, yes.
So- All right, let's see what happens. Not a whole heck of a lot.
The ball was actually snapped, and the defender, when the ball was snapped, reached over the line and hit the ball out of the air. The guy standing up by the center, when he snapped, he was going to snap at the 34. He actually,
And he didn't encroach.
no, he did not.
He
They
just,
must
he just
have- they
knocked down
must
a
have-
backward pass.
Yes,
Ball remains alive, though.
yes, ball remains alive. Okay. All
This
right,
next one, this play baffles me. I got to admit, I have no idea how this ever happened the way it did. So I'll just,
hold on, Bob, let's
Got a
stop. I got
question
a
on
question.
Yeah, you got a question on the line, guys.
yeah,
Do we want the umpire to come up and cover the ball after the shift to allow R and deep wings to get in position?
no,
No,
No, no.
this
no.
isn't a substitution type of
because then
thing in college.
you're taking the offense is trying to gain an advantage with that shift and
Right.
maybe catch the defense saying like, what do we do now? Well, if you have the umpire come up, you're giving the defense a chance to react to that shift too.
That's correct.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one, I shook my head 100 times.
I did
Exactly,
too.
Bob.
I've watched this play a few times and I still can't figure out exactly.
There, okay,
watch.
there's 10 players on,
Yeah, there are 10 players legally on the field for the black team right now.
right, okay, well, let's stop right there. The referee is on, all right, is he gonna go, okay, now we have a player coming on the field before the snap. Is that good? Yes. It's good, or it's okay so far. But watch what happens. They snapped the ball.
And they ruled it good.
They ruled it good, and no foul on the play.
Okay.
I'm-
First question is, what's the foul? What is there, does anybody have any ideas? Put them in the chat room. What do you think the foul is there?
I would have live ball illegal motion.
You have illegal motion, okay? They also had, by the way, he did, I don't know if you noticed, let me go back a little bit and do this at the point of the snap.
Was he above the numbers?
Yeah, with numbers, I don't even know
Yeah.
about the numbers.
Yeah.
They might be operating under the numbering exception, but still count the number of players you got in the backfield.
So it's 5 in the back. He makes 5 backfield.
Yes, he does. That's another thing. However, you know what? I think if I were ruling this, I'd rule it an illegal substitution. He never made it into a position on the field as a player. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're all going to be 5-yard
Right.
penalties,
Yes, yeah,
but,
They're all live ball fouls, right?
it's still a live ball foul. Yes, it's
Yeah.
a live ball illegal substitution. It's like it's just the opposite of when a player goes off and doesn't get off in time. This is the other side of it it's mentioned in the rules. You just don't see it that often. And that is when a player comes on and doesn't complete his substitution coming onto the field. So, but still, you've got a whole bunch of things wrong here. You've got an illegal formation. You've got a guy moving forward. If you ruled he was his substitute, he's now a player, then Jim's right. It's illegal motion. You've got 5 guys in the backfield. You might have a legal substitution. They're all 5-yard penalties simultaneous with the snap. But it appears from this, and I mean, look where the referee is looking right now. He is looking right at number 1. His
First
head
of all,
just right
Bob,
toward
he's in the
number
wrong
1.
position to begin with anyway.
yeah, he's in the
Now he
wrong
looks
spot.
back.
Bob, he should be on the other side of the kicker, no?
Yes, he should.
Yes, yes.
Right. And he doesn't even throw a flag for that. So, I mean, this play had so many things wrong with it.
Okay, all right, let's
Okay.
move on.
Hey, Bob.
By the way,
one
I don't know if you guys noticed, if you may not have noticed, I don't know if you saw this, Jerry, but watch the wing over on the far side as he comes into the play here. Look what he's doing. He's putting the flag back in his
Back in
pocket.
his pocket, yes.
hey,
yes.
I
hey,
don't know
Bob,
why, but
Can you guys
in
hear
any
me? Bob?
case.
Bob, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah,
Bob, this is Frank. I mean, when I see that 12th guy come on the field, why don't I blow the whistle?
Well, it was the 11th.
He was the
Oh, he
11th
was the-
guy.
Yeah, he was
Okay,
the 11th, but he didn't.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it. Sorry.
Okay,
Frank,
Frank.
Frank, you don't want to blow the whistle there, because what can they do?
All timeout.
They can go timeout.
Yep.
It's not a foul yet.
Or they could send the guy off.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
I
if he
was
wasn't,
thinking- yeah, I was thinking it was the 12th man, that's why.
yeah, no, they had 10 and he was.
yeah,
the
you didn't
11th guy.
have 12 set in the formation where then you would blow it as a dead ball foul. You just had a 12th guy, or in this case, it was actually an 11th guy coming on. Okay, Jerry.
All right, this is a field goal attempt. Watch what the kicker does. The kicker is going to pick the ball up off the ground from the holder. Let's discuss this a little bit. Go ahead, let it run, Bob. Can the kicker pick the ball up and run with this? Ball's on the ground, kicker picks it up off the ground and runs, throws a pass. Okay, and to 34, he gets tackled immediately. So nothing really happens on this play. But go ahead, Bob. I just wanted to hear you say what is that illegal? Can the kicker do that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if the holder pitched it to him, he would have to rise before he did it.
Right.
But the kicker
okay.
took the initiative to just take the ball off the ground.
Off the ground, right?
There's no
okay.
restrictions on the kicker.
Okay.
I guess you could get into a really semantic argument and say did the holder hand the ball to him, but I didn't see that.
Right,
It isn't
right.
like he gave the ball to the guy, because he couldn't do that with his knee on the ground either.
Correct.
But it looks like the holder was just there holding the ball in place and he just picked it up. I see nothing illegal about the play.
Okay, no, I just, just throw it out to everyone. Again, very unusual. That
Yeah,
I
extremely.
have never really seen it happen, but it happened. Okay.
Now you can't say that anymore.
You can't say that anymore. No.
Now you've seen it happen. So
So, go ahead, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is another field goal attempt. The ball is going to be kicked kind of into the line. And look where the goal line is. Okay, the ball is snapped from what? The 3, something like that, I guess. And let's see what happens. And I just wanted to discuss this play on whether the ball crossed the goal line or not.
it looks like there's a question. There was a question on the last play that it's on my screen right here. I don't know if you can see it. It says, if that happened like that, is he not picking up a dead ball? No, there was nothing that made that dead ball, dead. The holder was holding it under the exception. He had a guy behind him. Nothing says they have to kick the ball like that. So no, he was not picking up a dead ball. The ball was definitely live on that last play that we had. Okay, so Jerry, you want to talk about this one? You mentioned
Yeah, like I said, this particular play, the ball is going to be kicked into the line, and it happens very, very quickly. It's going to be recovered by
I'll show you in a minute here.
one of the
I think
defensive.
if I'm not mistaken, it's
No, it's right to the left, right there.
that
Him.
guy right there.
Him, yes.
One of those two guys. Just
Yes.
watch what happens.
Watch what happens on this play. And by the way, I think this was the only score in this game. I think. Not positive, but I think it was.
He's-
Okay. Now,
Let me
was
go back.
he in the end zone or
Let
not?
go back and watch it again.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to see. I get it.
Okay, look where his heels are. Maybe they're touching the goal line. Maybe they're
Maybe.
not. Hard to
Right.
tell. And the ball he's got right in his midsection, trying to gather it up near his crotch, actually.
So,
If you look at that. So there's probably a pretty good argument made to say that ball did not cross the goal line.
okay, my mechanically, okay, who would be responsible, or you want to say the short wings would have the best look at this?
Well, let me ask this question.
Yeah.
This is a scrimmage play inside the 7-yard line, isn't it?
This is from inside the 3-yard line.
Right. What should the wings be doing?
Getting to the goal line.
Getting to the goal line. It should be probably the wing on the near side, and he may not have a good view of it because the guy might be blocking him next to him. But those wings, just because it's a field goal attempt, doesn't mean you don't get to the goal line.
Right. So, like I said, my point is this is very unusual.
Yeah.
Whether did it
Mhm.
cross the line? They did not rule. They ruled that it did not, and it was run back for its score.
And here you go.
Okay.
A 100 yards
100 yards.
or 99.5.
Yeah. And I think, I'm not positive that this was the only score in this game. Okay, we can move on. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. The next one.
Okay, this is going to be, let's see, was this pass backwards? And
Oh, I was at this game, Jerry. I saw this game.
Oh, okay. So
This is Verona.
go ahead, Bob. You can pick it up. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, this was prior to last year's rule about legally dumping the ball.
Right.
So the first question, I mean, when I watched it, I didn't think there was any question about the first pass being backwards. I thought that was pretty straightforward. But I asked in fact, see the coach on the 35 who's crouching down? Watch his reaction to this play. He's on red sideline. He's making the case that I asked them about afterwards. Did you think about ruling grounding on that? Remember, this was before last year. You might say that there was a guy coming from the other side. He's nowhere near when he throws it. He just runs over, and he's not even that close to it.
Right. Now, the new rule this year,
This year,
it's
Yeah.
changed.
this year is back to that would have been grounding again this year. Because
Yes,
the new rule this year is that the only player who's protected is the one who is the first player that handles the snap.
right. Oh, you went to the next one.
Yeah, I did. So I don't know if you want to see that other one again. If we're okay with that.
Yeah, we're okay. We can go. Again, this is a punt. And watch what happens right at the end of this play. Go ahead, then we'll discuss it. This is a varsity football game, and look how this guy kicks the ball. Kicks it straight up in the air. Comes down behind the line of scrimmage. Can 19 advance that? Yes.
Well, you got the answer right there.
Okay, yes. But what does he do? He hands the ball to the official.
Right.
Okay.
And I want you to watch the near side wing, what he does. Is 19 picks up the ball and the near side wing signals timeout. Well, was it before or after we gave the ball? I don't know.
I think
But either wing looked like they were prepared to rule if that guy advanced. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure that they realized
Well,
that he could advance.
Go back again, Bob. It went too fast. Okay. Just my point is on this, if this happens and a kid hands you the ball, kill the play. Don't
Yeah.
Don't back up from it. Don't give me the ball, blah, blah. Now you're going to have mass confusion on the field. Okay. Did he give you a live ball? Yes, but
He gave himself up is really what he
he's
did.
giving himself up, and you're going to be it's just going to create a nightmare for you if that officials just backs up, don't give me the ball, all of a sudden 19 takes off. It's just going to be, it's going to be ugly, and the coach on the defensive side is not going to be a happy camper.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the prior play, you remember the guy who fielded the ball behind the line, the one where he ended up short of that was 4th and 6, and he ended up short. If you notice, he paused for a second, but then somebody must have yelled to him, run, because he took off. No
Yes.
official was in the area. He didn't try to give it to anybody. He just took off. There's going to be a little bit of confusion in this play all the time.
Right. Yes.
Don't add to the confusion.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Howard, the umpire can run with the ball. Okay. But yeah, kill the play, move on. Okay.
This
Okay,
play
on
we've
this,
seen before.
yeah, this one, I figured, let's show it again because there's a lot of stuff happening on this play. Okay. Again, our new mechanic, last year, kick inside the 20. Who's responsible for the goal line? The 2 short wings. Okay. Keep that in mind. Roll the tape.
And if you notice, there's no stake up, so it's got to be end goal here,
Right. Yeah.
right? I don't see any
I
stake on the
think,
far sideline.
yeah, I don't think, I don't know.
We
you
may
have to-
see it. I don't know.
You may see
Maybe
it.
I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. But I don't see him laying on the ground either, so. Oh, it is. It's 3rd and 2.
Okay, the ball. All right, now, the official kind of walks backwards and then the ball, he goes to the 2, he fumbles it. Now,
I'm sorry.
was he down at the
Oh,
2?
crap.
Did he fumble a dead ball?
Let me get out of here. I just accidentally started something. I don't know what I did there. I'll get back, Jerry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, here, we're back.
All right. So he runs the ball down to the 2. Now, I looking at the tape, I really don't know whether he was down. Did he fumble it before he was down? But point is, either team can advance this ball, obviously. It stayed behind the line of scrimmage. Kay picked it up, and he went down to the 1-yard line, 2-yard line, fumbled the ball, and the deep wing came up with a confused look on his face, looking at the head linesman. Okay. And they both really didn't know really what happened on this play, to what I can see anyway. Go ahead, Bob.
One of the
Let
things
it
I
roll.
like on this, I have the film stopped here, is the referee is starting to move in the other direction. He's not moving toward the ball where he's going to get into problems. He's anticipating that the ball may be picked up by the defense.
Right. Okay.
This official may be a little premature because he's still got this part of the field he's got to officiate. So
Yep.
he shouldn't be doing that anticipation in this case.
No.
He's got to wait to see what happens. And by moving back, he actually takes himself further out of the play because it's the offense that ends up picking it up. Let's see what we can see. The ball's loose there. So you can see it on the ground right in front of his shoulder.
Yeah, it's loose and it rolls. So this technically is a touchback.
Right.
Okay.
Only thing I can suggest there is that the deep wing who came off the post for that, he probably should be trying to sell that a little bit more.
You went into a different playlist.
Oh,
Bob. You're going backwards. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Here it is again. Okay, watch the deep wing here that's under, it would be, I guess, the side judge if we're talking normal, a second half.
Yep.
This one right here. Watch him. He comes up and he's got the right call, it looks like, but he's got to sell it a little harder than that, in my estimation. I don't know. Jim, what do you think?
No, I think, well, again, the head linesman, it's his call, but if he's so out of position,
Which he is here.
I wouldn't even, I would say even these guys should even almost get together and say, what did you see? What do we got? Before if anything even happened.
Right.
Because
Okay.
once you make that call, once you give that touchback call, now you're kind of cooked. Okay, you can't really, you can change it. But
My cursor's going all over the screen, anywhere but where I want it.
okay, let's go. This one, okay, it's a punt. And again, the K, the player at the bottom of the screen on K, he's the wideout. He's going to get hit in the back with the ball as it comes down. Now, was the receiver in the area of this kick?
Okay.
Go ahead, you can roll it. Okay. The receiver was kind of 8
Oh,
yards
damn it.
back, and he really wasn't coming up. Okay, but the ball hit the K player in the back. So what do we have on this? We're gonna have,
First,
it's not gonna be kick catch interference because there's no R player in the vicinity to catch the ball in the air. Okay, he really didn't come up. Again, it's a judgment call. Okay, but hit it hit K. First touch. Can R come up and pick up that ball? Absolutely. They didn't. It was picked up by K immediately. Okay, and the play was blown dead, which is fine. But the point I wanted to make, that it can hit K in the back, and K can actually catch the ball, okay, if there's no R player in the vicinity to make a catch. Okay, so
Yeah. there
in this
was-
case, the R receiver, he was deep. He was not making a play on this ball.
Right.
So I would not have a foul on this. I would have a first touch, and depends where the ball ends up, either at the first touch mark or at the where the ball was blown dead. So, okay. We
Okay, this is another good one. An oldie but goodie. This is
Yeah,
another play that
this
we've
is
seen
an older
before.
one from a couple years ago, but this is a great play. This ball was blocked. The ball, well, let's see, we can run it back. Go ahead, Bob. It was blocked, and it's gonna be by the pylon top of the screen.
Touchdown.
Okay, now the ball went over the goal line. All right. It was batted by the defense. Okay. It was batted by the defense. Okay. In the end zone. However, okay, all right, let's say 28 bats that ball, okay, and it's rolling and it's in the end zone. All right, and it's picked up, it's blown dead. Well, let's see where's it end up? Bob, where's this play end up? Let it go. Okay, all right,
was-
32 pounces on it. Okay, all right. Now, if the covering official ruled this a safety, okay, well, why didn't he have a foul on this play for an illegal bat? Can you bat a grounded loose ball? The only time you can bat a grounded loose ball is towards your
K.
own, beyond the line.
Backwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
K,
Okay,
behind the line towards your own goal line. Okay. As in a ball in the opposite end zone going to go in, which we've seen 100 times, and K tries to bat it backwards so it doesn't roll into the end zone for a touchback. But in this case, he batted it in the opposing.
this was
uh,
R, right?
This was R. Yeah, R batted the ball. I'm sorry, R batted the ball.
The only thing that
That's
saved
my
him,
point.
the only thing that saved him from a foul was the line judge ruled that the ball was out of bounds by the time he batted it.
Yeah, his foot was on the line when he batted the ball. So as soon as he put a finger on the
Yeah.
ball, it was out of bounds in the end zone, and he made the correct ruling as a safety. But that's a highly unusual play. Okay,
Yeah.
so, all right, let's move on. We have three more, and that's it.
Oh, this is the first one all over again, isn't it, Jerry?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I know this one. Okay. Yep.
This is going to be a kick into the ground, but how high does it go? Go ahead, let it run. Boom. It goes up to like the shoulders of R. So we're not ruling that
Sorry.
a pop-up kick. Okay,
Just a squib kick.
it's just, that's all we're ruling. He catches the ball, falls down, first down for receiving at the 49. Okay. All right. Next one, we got two more. These are pretty quick. We're going over. All right, this punt's gonna go out of bounds, the bottom of the screen on the 1 yard line, this punt. I just wanted to show that very good mechanics from the deep wing, staying on the goal line here and ruling on this play. Okay, had a great look, comes up, gets the ball on the 1 yard line, perfect position. That's why we don't leave the goal line on these plays. If he would have started up the field when the ball was kicked, he would have been completely out of position. Okay, it's an unusual play in high school. It doesn't happen that often that someone can kick the ball and it goes out of bounds on the 1 yard line. Doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, and even though it doesn't make a big difference in this play, guys, get yourself out of the habit of looking down at the spot when you have it. Like he has the spot and now his head is like looking down at the spot. Once you got the spot, get your head up and be
Yep.
watching for any dead ball activity.
Yep.
Okay, the spot's not going to go anywhere. So get out of the habit of looking down towards your feet at a spot.
And even the other side of the field, his partner has the ball down on the one
Right.
mirroring his partner. Okay. All right, last play. This is going to be an interception, run back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we've got, so look at the formation you've got here. Okay, you've got trips and a setback. Okay. Imagine this is going to come out pretty quick. Okay. Now, first of all, here's the headline, here's the line judge. He's not going to beat that guy to the goal line. You
No,
know, reverse
to.
mechanics, as much as you say he should be ahead of the ball, he's not going to be.
No.
But he should get his eyes out here in front of this, because right now that runner is not threatened. There's no reason for him to watch the ball. He should be watching ahead of the ball because there's nobody threatening the runner.
Go ahead. Now, right there. Okay, run
Gotta
it
go
back, Bob.
Gonna do
Is
it
this,
again.
is this a blind side block? Yes. It's a blind side block. It was called. It was called not by the line judge, but the field judge coming from behind the play.
The field judge
Okay.
got that one.
Yes, yes. And they went crazy. Okay. It was a definite blind side block.
All right.
So, okay, that's the unusual playlist. I hope everyone learned something tonight. You know, we do this for a reason, so everybody can get together and maybe learn something that you didn't know, and to make everyone a little bit better. So, till next time, Scott, you want to
Yeah.
take over?
Yeah, thank you, Jerry and Bob, for your presentation tonight. Unusual plays are always very interesting
Unusual.
topics. Yeah, unusual, as I didn't want to be redundant in the word. The next session we have scheduled will be for May 18th. So that's our next one. We have one also scheduled in June and the last one in July. So I want to thank everybody for getting on tonight and participating. And remember, well, not for you, everybody's here that was on here tonight. These are always posted on the YouTube page for NJFOA if you want to review them again. So, and remember that the day before the next session, May 18th, the registration will be opening for the clinic on August 5th. So look for that also, coming information for that. But other than that, I want to thank again Jerry and Bob for the presentation tonight, and want everybody to stay safe and enjoy the good weather this weekend. All right. Thanks and have a good evening.
Good night,
Okay, good
everybody.
night, everyone.
Hey, everybody.